Hello, Internet! My name is Catherine Barson, Eastus. Sorry, my name is Catherine Barson, Eastus. You are watching The Gluttonous Geek Presents Munchies and Minis, a cooking show where I make recipes inspired by various tabletop role-playing games such as Pathfinder, Dungeons & Dragons, Shadowrun, Pugmire, and sometimes even, I had another witty thing to say in my head. I'm pretty sure I'll come up with it later. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, happy Thanksgiving for those who, well, were celebrating Thanksgiving, and if you weren't, well, happy whatever. It's been a vacation, and my brain is still on it, apparently. Anyway, speaking of Thanksgiving and speaking of vacation, you probably have a lot of turkey leftovers from your Thanksgiving dinner, especially during a pandemic when you probably shared that turkey with maybe one other person or just yourself. Anyway, we have turkey. We're going to be making some tamales using some leftover Thanksgiving turkey, just, so you have something else to eat other than just turkey sandwiches. And also, you can make that gloriously delicious roasted turkey you cooked probably a few days ago into something other than, to something that you can continue to eat, because great thing about tamales is you can freeze them for quite a while. So, yes, how does this happen to go along with the whole tabletop role-playing games thing? Well, as you saw from the title of this video, Maztican Turkey Tamales, we are going once again to Dungeons & Dragons Forgotten Realms campaign setting in the continent of Maztica, which is essentially the fantasy version of ancient Mexico. And I wouldn't even say ancient if you're considering the Aztec and Mayan civilizations all that terribly ancient. Yes, they originated during ancient times. However, the Aztec civilization did continue on into the European Renaissance. So I am once again rambling about history. But this particular recipe, Maztican tamales, Maztican turkey tamales, is kind of a take on Yucatan-style cuisine. The reason why I'm saying that, and you're probably going, well, turkeys? There's no turkeys in Mexico. You would actually be surprised to find out that, yes, there are turkeys in Mexico. The crenellated turkey, mostly located in the Yucatan Peninsula, is an endangered species, and they are turkey. So forget the fact that you're not cooking actually with an endangered species, and consider, using your old tom turkey that you made up for Thanksgiving into tamales. Anyway, considering that tamales do take some time to make, I should start making them. So, the first thing you want to do is soak your corn husks. I've got about a pound of corn husks here from my local, one of the local Mexican grocery stores that happens to be around Atlanta. And you're going to need about, a pound of them. You're going to make about 20-something to 30 tamales. We will see. It's going to be a lot of them. So first, I just kind of want to separate these out into ones I'm going to be using for tamales and ones I'm going to be using as string to tie said tamales with. And we need to soak these for about 30 minutes in warm water. So just to make sure that I have ones that are large enough to make tamales, I'm just going to go through these briefly. Any ones that are too thin to make a tamale with, I am going to set aside. Especially the ones that are maybe that thin. Yeah, we want them about, I want to say, like a spread hand width wide. So, yeah. Anything smaller than that, or anything smaller than that, or that happens to be somewhat shredded, I'm going to separate. Yeah. There we go. To make ties for them. So, that's good. That's too thin. That's good. That's definitely good. Ooh. Man. There's quite a few of them, as you can see. Single pound goes a long way. Yeah. That one's a bit shredded. So, the thing I'm learning about corn husks right now is that there is a powerful odor coming from them. That's kind of choking me a little bit. It's okay. It'll be fine. That's good. Alright. I'm just going to go ahead and take the big ones I've got right here and put them into this very large pot. Just so you can see what I'm doing here. That one's a bit broken. 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 I'm probably going to be regretting this decision later. Yeah, too thin. What the hell? Okay. Pardon me. Whew. I'm okay. My allergies getting the better of me. Hey Strike, how you doing? Ugh, so many corn husks. Yeah, that's gonna be a string. Or just future tamales. That's split. You're too thin. You're too thin. You're not too thin. Thin, thin. Large, large. Yeah, I can make that work. Okay, so, big pot. Just gonna get some warm water going. Just have to wait for that to warm up some. And while I'm waiting for that to warm up, I'm just gonna grab a pot lid that's able to fit inside of said pot. That works. Because that's going to weigh our corn husks down underwater. Not warm enough yet. While we wait for them to soak. What am I doing? Run! Oh gosh. And like I said, tamales do take some time, so that is why this is ultimately the first step. Okay, that water is lukewarm. Okay, that works. Alright. Here we go. Just gotta fill the pot. Turn that down a little bit. And I'm filling it to the point where it just covers these corn husks. So, alright, I think we are at that point. Yeah. Cool. Just gonna set that to the side for now. I need more prep room. Okay. And taking the lid and just kind of weighing that down underneath, underwater, to let that soak. In the meantime, I have some work to do. And that work is making our filling as well as the masa that it's going to be containing our filling. I can use words, right? Okay. All right. So you're going to need about 2 to 3 cups of filling. So we're going to be using some leftover turkey. Leftover Thanksgiving turkey. And shredding the crap out of it. So, I've got a whole turkey breast here left over from my Thanksgiving turkey. I've already cooked it in some achiote paste and everything based off a Bon Appetit recipe. You don't necessarily have to do that yourself, even though I do highly recommend the recipe because it is delicious. And I'm just going to be cutting and shredding this bird boob till I get about 2 cups of shredded meat filling. So I'm just going to do some long slices first. And then gotta slice and shred that. Like I said, this is something that you can do with leftover Thanksgiving turkey that's not a sandwich. And the nice thing about tamales is that you can freeze them after cooking them. So you have something to basically just microwave up and eat whenever you get hungry and not have to worry about it going bad. Hold on, I need to blow my nose because my allergies right now are going, oh no, no thank you. So, 1 second. And I realize now that I forgot to set a timer for my corn husks, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that now. I think it was only about 3 minutes that I've had it sitting in there. So, yeah. Whew, man. And yeah, I know this is actually kind of a weird time for me to be streaming. I mean, 5:30 p.m. on a Sunday afternoon. But a little bit of news. My roommate slash little sister from another mister is moving next weekend. And I was helping her pack for during yesterday and today, and actually a little bit of Friday, I think. No. Friday we spent in our PJs because, dang it, we wanted to spend time in our PJs. But yeah, it's going to be a little weird because I'm going to be driving up to Pennsylvania next weekend to help her get settled in, and also to kind of act as a bit of a caravan for her. So yeah, it's a little weird considering that she's been living with us for a little longer than my husband and I have been married, about 6 years. So, the fact that she's A, moving, and B, getting married, it's a little surreal for us. I mean, you have someone living with you for so long, I mean, they're family at that point. So it's just, like I said, it's a little strange to see them go. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be all tears and everything. But at the same time, it's like, with, you know, the internet being how it is, where we're able to talk to people and you know, not see them for months or possibly even years, and it's just like continuing the conversation the next time you see them. I feel like that with a lot of our con friends, but, you know, you spend 6 years throwing parties, making costumes, and, you know, being a support human to your fellow humans. I'm sure we'll feel it when we have about a month without her coming up to watch TV with us. We'll see. Okay, so I have chopped up about, let's say, 2 cups of turkey. I might actually go a little bit more, maybe some of this dark meat here. Yeah. There we go. That's about 2.5 cups of filling. I think that is maybe just this last 2 bits of white meat and dark meat. Just chop those up. Then I have to add my other ingredients, which part of that is going to be zest and juice from 1 lime, possibly 2. Haven't quite decided on that. We'll see how much liquid. Should take the sticker off your lime for 1. Sorry, we're putting the juice actually in the filling and the zest in the masa itself, so you have a nice little citrus flavor to the corn as you're biting into your tamale. So I'm just zesting this lemon here. Lime, which is actually kind of funny considering the Spanish word for lime is limón. Okay. There we go. We might actually do 2 considering. Anyway, just gonna get the juice now. Squeeze that a bit. And just to save myself some time, juice that directly into our turkey. There we go. All right, cool. Just get rid of that. Now I need to add the other parts of our sauce, which are achiote paste, achiote sauce rather than paste, and apple cider vinegar. So, see that right there? You're going to want this stuff. Achiote is a condiment made from annatto sauce and oftentimes featured in Yucatan-style Mexican cuisine. It's got kind of a tangy, it's floral flavor to it. It's very interesting with just a tiny bit of spice. It tastes amazing, but the stuff stains easily, which is also why I'm not wearing any of my geeky aprons today. So, normally when you find in the supermarket, it's in the paste form that's full of corn flour. We're going to be using the sauce form, which, yes, you can find at Hispanic supermarkets as well. Oh, God, that smells amazing. As well as online. So you're going to need about a half a cup of that achiote sauce. In there. And finally, I'm going to be adding another ingredient often found in Mexican cuisine, which is apple cider vinegar. So, there we go. I'm just going to rinse that out because I'm going to need it later to measure out my prepared masa. So I'm just going to let that do its thing. So now I'm just going to give that a million stirs to just mix that together and then let it soak into the meat. Now there should be salt in your achiote sauce anyway, but you know, it's good to also add maybe a pinch or two of kosher salt for flavor. So I'm just going to give that a taste and see if I need to add salt or not. Actually, I don't. It's perfect how it is. Man, that's good. Okay, so that's all mixed together. And just set it off to the side and let it sit and soak up all that goodness. So, I don't think I need any of this leftover turkey. And look, I still have enough leftover turkey for sandwiches or breakfast. So, just gonna stick the stuff I don't need back in the fridge. Should be the leftover turkey, achiote sauce, the extra lime that I had. I'll just make a margarita in a little bit with that. Let's see here. What else needs to go in? Derpa derpa der. Apple cider vinegar can go back in. There we go. Pardon me. Allergies are a thing. Okay, don't need this anymore. So, and I don't need this right now. I'm gonna rinse off that achiote from my turkey. But I'm just gonna set this off to the side for now, because I'm going to need it later when I dice up an onion to kind of go on top of all of that. So this next bit we're going to do is that we're going to be making up the masa for our tamales, which you're going to need some masa harina, the instant corn masa flour. You can find, stuff at, well, I found this at Walmart, but you can also find it at Amazon. You can find it at in Hispanic grocery stores, and also Kroger and Publix and the general grocery stores. In their Hispanic section, you should be able to make masa harina, fine masa harina. You can make tamales with it, you can make tortillas with it. So it's kind of good to have, and it's good to have it in this size because we're going to need 6 cups of it. So let's get that all measured out. And you're going to want, while you can use a bowl with a hand mixer, we're going to be using a stand mixer because it's going to need to beat this stuff for about 10 minutes, which I don't want to stand here with the mixer. I could be making my little tamale strings while I'm waiting for that to go. So let's do that. So into the bowl of your stand mixer, you're going to want to combine about 6 cups of masa harina. Oh gosh. And this is a half cup measuring cup, so I'm going to need 12 of these. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. To that, you are going to want to add, we're going to be using cumin and garlic powder, as well as kosher salt and lime zest to season our tamale masa. So, as I find where that teaspoon ran off to, is right here. You're going to want 2 teaspoons. There's 1 and 2 ground cumin. And flavor profile, the best way I can describe cumin, if you're not really sure what it tastes like alone, it tastes like tacos. That's the best way I can describe the taste of cumin. So then we're just going to add 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, a generous couple pinches of kosher salt, and finally, that lime zest that we had peeled earlier. There we go. So I'm just going to take the whisk attachment. I mean, feel free to just whisk it together, with a whisk, but I don't feel like it. We're just going to use the whisk attachment because it's here. It's already attached. We might as well. So, I'm realizing too late that I can't really see my controls here. So, I just have it mixing right now at a low speed until the whole thing is incorporated. We can go a bit faster with that. Okay, cool. So that's all mixed together, and now it's time to mix in my fat and moisture. So we're going to be using some corn oil, about 3/4 of a cup of it. Remember that measuring cup we rinsed out earlier, the 1/4 cup? Yeah, so I'm just going to turn this on to low, and hopefully you can still hear me over the sound of the mixer. And we're just going to add it bit by bit. So 3/4 of a cup of corn flour. There's one. Not corn flour, corn oil. There's 2. And this is when I realized halfway through that I should have taken my whisk attachment out and replaced it with the beater attachment. My mistake. But that's okay, because there's barely anything on this. So I'm just going to take that out, replace it with my beater attachment. And then, there we go. Turn it back on low. And just add that 3/4 cup of corn oil to the mixture. Give that a rinse because, once again, I'm going to need this. Just rinse it out, let it dry, take away the corn oil because I don't need that anymore. And then, this is obviously all mixed in together, so now this is when I need to add my chicken stock to it. So you're going to need about 6 cups of chicken stock. You don't have to buy the expensive stuff. I just heated up about 6 cups of water and added 3 chicken bouillon cubes earlier, so go cheap. I mean, this is supposed to be, yes, it's delicious. Yes, it's supposed to be kind of a gourmet take on a tamale. Maztican cuisine, as in Maztica from Dungeons & Dragons. We want that kind of authentic flavor, but at the same time, you don't want to be spending too much money on chicken stock, especially when you can just use some chicken bouillon. So I've got about 6 cups of chicken bouillon all ready to go, which I'm just going to ladle bit by bit as this runs and incorporates, comes together. Until, of course, it's low enough where I can pour it safely without having it spill all over my kitchen. Yep, as you can see, that's a pain in the butt. But you can also see it's coming together. So, it's about time when I just kind of start pouring it in slowly. And yes, it does look soupy right now, but that's okay. That's okay, because it will... And this is when my dumb butt forgot to put in baking powder. Like I said, my dumb butt. So I need to actually add a teaspoon of baking powder to that whole mix. I should have added it earlier to the dry mix. That's okay. This is about half to. It'll mix in. And I'm just gonna take just to make sure, I'm just gonna take a spatula and run it down the sides. So. so it mixes evenly. Okay, cool. So, that's obviously incorporated. So I'm just going to raise the speed to about medium. Is that medium? Oh. Wait, okay. Low, medium. And set a timer for about 10 minutes. And let that go absolutely crazy. So, turn that just a wee bit. There we go. That works. Cool. So while I am waiting for that to do its thing, I'm going to go back to these corn husks that I separated earlier. So we've got about 5 minutes left, waiting on the ones to soak. But I'm just going to take these corn husks and make some strings out of them to tie our tamales together. So, just going to do that until everything is ready to assemble. So just, taking the tail ends of them, knotting them together, creating strings. Because I've got some time, obviously. Yeah. And that filling is sitting right there and it's taunting me because it smells amazing. I mean, I've only had breakfast and a handful of walnuts today. So, to say that I'm really looking forward to eating these is kind of an understatement. That, and I'll also say that the flavor of an achiote paste is honestly one of my favorite flavors in the world. So, split that right down the middle. And I am actually pretty curious to know how that is coming along. Oh, that's looking lovely. There we go. That tastes excellent. There we go. Alright, back to making strings. So, but yeah, it's been an eventful week. I mean, been working on my roommate, helping my roommate pack for her big move next week. And as of Thursday afternoon, that's right, Thursday on Thanksgiving, my brother and sister-in-law just welcomed their first child into the world. So I am now the proud aunt of a beautiful baby girl. So my husband and I look forward to spoiling the crap out of her as soon as we're able to. Hi, Chiptune Brony. Good to see you. Good to see you've returned. Know it's been a while, but I know we've all been pretty busy. yeah, it's, let's see, been working. I now have a niece, which is crazy to me. And, goodness, let's see. That's a little loud. I'm going to just turn that down. There we go. And God, what else is going on? Oh, yeah, so if y'all know me, then you also know that, I'm a huge Dresden Files fan. And I've been doing recipes based on the Dresden Files for years now. I mean, ever since the year I started the blog, I've been doing recipes based off of that book series. Well, last week, my website was featured on jimbutcher.com, the author's official website, with an interview, and as well as a recipe that if you're my Patreon subscriber, you've already gotten access to, but it's never been premiered on the blog. Let's see. You made a turkey with some autumnal herbs. But yeah, a recipe for some Conchinita pib veal inspired by the Red Court from the Dresden Files series. But yeah, the reason why it hasn't been on the blog yet was it's supposed to be part of my Dining in Dresden, Chicago dining guide. And which, it's like, oh, I'm going to go to Chicago and tell you where you can eat Dresden Files, like food featured in Dresden Files, or based off of creatures in the Dresden Files, and that's great. I've already done 2 posts, the Chicago pizza one and the steak sandwich. However, yeah, then COVID happened. So it's like, here's a list of places you can visit that hopefully will still be open by the end of this pandemic. This is awkward. But yeah, seems to have gone over pretty well. And when I actually finish writing said post, it'll go up on the blog. But if you want to get access to that recipe, it is currently it's currently published on jimbutcher.com. Or, you know, if you're already a member of my Patreon, you should have access to it already in the recipe archive. Because, yeah, I am several weeks behind putting stuff on the blog. But actually, after tonight's recipe, I will be, and providing once I get the recipe cards made up, I will be up to date for November's recipe cards. They're not all posted on my Patreon yet, but I've got recipe cards for some potato skins inspired by Wonder Woman 1984, which is coming out this upcoming month. Some beef stew with cheese souffle bowls, inspired by Beauty and the Beast. And what else do I have? Oh, right, yes, a mushroom and cheese crostata inspired, well, I guess from Pathfinder Kingmaker, so you should check that out. Okay, let's see where we are on that masa. Got about a minute and a half left. It's looking lovely. Definitely good texture. Just gonna let it continue to work itself. That remaining minute and a half we have going for it. And as I continue to make strings to tie these tamales with. So, I'm gonna keep doing that. Let's see here. Okay. I think we are almost ready to assemble, which is great because I need to start getting these made, obviously. Go back to the ear. Let's see what I'm doing. I'm just making a square knot. Okay, timer has gone off. Therefore, we are done. At least our masa is done mixing, and doesn't that look lovely? That is fluffy. Kind of has sort of a hummus type texture to it. Okay, so I'm just gonna take that out of there. And move this over here for when we steam these suckers. So let's go back to our prep table here and let's make some tamales. So admittedly, it's usually more fun to make tamales with a friend because then it goes faster, admittedly. But don't worry. I'm going to make as much as going to fit, as many that's going to fit into a steamer basket. And then we can work from there. Can make some more strings a little bit later. Okay, cool. So I'm just going to grab my 1/4 cup measuring cup, my tablespoon measuring spoon, a plate to make this go a lot easier, and I kind of need to set up sort of a station. To do that, I'm going to need those, kind of play Tetris in my own kitchen here. All those skins that I soaked earlier, the corn husks, just kind of set that there. All right, so here is how you make a tamale. So, as you can see, we've got a skin that's soaked all nicely. To that, I'm going to add about a 1/4 cup of that masa we just made. And I'm going to spread that out with a spoon. And what you want to do is you want to leave kind of an inch border between the top here, these sides here, and a 4-inch tail down here, because we're going to be folding that up. But let me just get a little bit more in there, because that's a bit of a larger kind of make sort of a rectangle there, leaving about an inch border on the sides as well as at the top. Okay. Then we're going to take about 2 teaspoons of that filling we made. Just kind of set that in a line at the center, like so. That's 2 tablespoons, not teaspoons. A bit of a spoonerism there. Okay, so with that, we're going to kind of lift it up like so and fold it like a book to enclose the filling in there. I'm just going to set on the side like so. These two edges, fold them together, I kind of pop them like that. Then take this tail here and fold it up. And then take one of these strings that I made earlier and bind that as tight as possible. Oof. Making sure to keep some room at the top there. Tie that. And be gentle so it doesn't end up exploding out the top like so. Okay, so I've got that. And I'm just going to take my steamer basket here. Just kind of set that upright in my steamer basket. Like so. Okay, cool. That's one. Let's make the millions of others. Or at least enough to fill said steamer basket. So once again, there we go. Let's kind of spread that out. Should probably wet said spoon and spatula to make this flow a little easier. So once again, make that rectangle. With an inch border. Add your filling. Fold it like a book. Like so. Pinch these sides together. Fold it over. And then fold the bottom up. Take one of your strings. And tie it closed. There we go. And stick them in. All right. There we go. Just gonna... There we go. Come on. You can kind of adjust the amount of masa you put in there based on the size of the corn husk you're using. There we go. Okay, I probably need just a teeny bit of masa down there to make up for that. Well, that's good. Like I said, fold it over like a book. Pinch these two sides together, these borders. And there we go. So make a nice, not tight, but firm roll. Fold up this, take your string, tie that together. There we go. Okay. Oh, that is upside down. There we go. Eh. Where'd that spoon go? I'm totally organized, guys. Promise. Where'd it go? Ah, there it is. Okay. There we go. Okay. One and two. Lift. And fold up. There we go. Let's see. Hi, Ginger. How are you, baby girl? Cat is behind me, squeaking because she smells turkey and she loves turkey. That potato, no, this is actually a combination of masa harina, cumin, garlic, and lime zest. So we are making tamales. Masa harina is the corn flour used to make tamales and tortillas. So if I have any leftover masa after just kind of giving up making so many friggin' tamales, I might just make some tortillas with what's left over. Even though I'm not really sure if it's the right consistency for it, but we'll see. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And hopefully I don't step on my cat, she's not happy that I am not sharing the delicious thing that she smells. But she'll live because she is not starving, no matter what she tells you. Okay. Maybe if I layer them like so. Trying to arrange these in my steamer basket so I can still cover said basket, but I don't have them like falling over and having all the filling squish out. Oh, hi Ginger. You were under my foot. Yeah, you were. I would pick you up, but then I would get cat fur all over everything I'm cooking. Okay. And I need both hands for this, so there we are. Let's see. Oh boy. Yeah, I think we're going to make as many that'll fit in the steamer basket and then continue to make them, obviously, because I have quite a few ingredients here. Ah, I just got a wisp of my hair into my mouth. That is not a pleasant experience. Oh gosh. Especially when it's... Oh wait, no, that was corn silk. How the heck did that get into my mouth? What the... Whew. Okay. Add a little bit more to that one. There we go. Yeah, that one's huge. Okay. There we are. Or I guess we're just going to make as many as how much filling I have left over, but we've run out of turkey filling. I have carnitas in the fridge that I made up last week that we can make tamales with. So like I said, you can freeze this stuff after cooking for a couple months. So okay. Okay. All right. There we go. So you can see that I'm doing a little bit more. Okay. Whew. Next time I make these, I'm gonna recruit my husband's help to get them out a little faster. Because as you can see, it's taken some time. I just want to make sure I get enough into that basket so you can see the whole process, because I will say that after I sign off here, I'm still probably going to be making tamales, because I made a lot of masa and I intend to use all of it. Well, I mean, I guess I could probably get away with just refrigerating the remainder. If I get too tired. Because, like I said, I've got carnitas in the fridge that I need to do something with. I mean, I was going to make a crostata with it, but clearly I've got enough materials to make a whole bunch more tamales. And basically then have dinner for the next couple of months. Okay. I mean, I probably have enough stuff to make tamales for the neighbors at this point. So that's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow. What am I doing? This is probably easy to do with your hands, especially if your hands are already wet, like mine are. They were wet. There we go. There we go. Ah! That one's gonna need another husk, I think. One of these smaller ones. Yeah. And yes, that will happen from time to time. Okay. So far we've got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go for a dozen. Go for a little bit of a wider one there. Right. Ah. Okay. Alright, so now I just need to get some water boiling in my pot here. Just a couple of inches. I'm putting water that's already kind of warm in there to speed up the process. Just gonna set that on high heat to get to a boil. So, as you can see here, I got a steamer basket full of tamales ready to steam. I'm going to just kind of take these out for a second and rearrange them. Just to make sure that I can get an even amount. So, So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's see if I can get one more in there. A bit of a larger husk there. That's a kind of small one. Here we are. Ginormous husk. Oh, that one's got a hole in it. Alright, this one will work. Okay. Just a touch more. That one's gonna be massive. Okay, cool. So it looks like I actually mistook how much filling I needed. So, with that said, I would say for this recipe, you use about half of the masa, half the measurements I was telling you. A teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of ground cumin, 3 cups of chicken stock, 3 cups of masa harina, a half a teaspoon of baking powder, and what the heck, just use the limes, all that lime zest anyway, it'll be more flavorful that way. So, and that should make you about, with this amount of filling, I would say about 16 tamales. Alright. Got about a dozen able to fit into my steamer pot right now. So, let's see how we're doing with that water. I'm just going to change the cam to the stove cam. We are not quite there yet, but we are getting there. So while I'm waiting for that to boil, I'm just going to keep making tamales. I mean, I've got about... I've got quite a bit of masa left. And I intend to use as much of it as I possibly can. I mean, these corn husks are already soaked. I mean, I suppose I could probably refrigerate them while they're soaking. Let's keep them soaked. Hi, Princess. How are... Yes, I love you too, baby girl. But Mommy's busy right now. Okay. Let's see. Oh boy. I am looking forward to eating these. Oh my gosh. Okay, cool. Water, are you boiling yet? Just gonna cover that until it starts boiling with its own lid. Oh man. Or at least I'm gonna make enough tamales to finish off this filling, I think. And then I'll make more tamales tomorrow afternoon. Let's see how we doing on that water. Not quite boiling yet. Oh boy. clean stuff up a bit. Big lesson with cooking. Clean as you go. Okay, how are we doing? We boiling yet? Almost. Oh, right. Tamales. I'm making them. I know, it's a bit of work, but the thing is, that bit of work saves you so many hours of cook time in the future. Okay, it looks like we've got some steam going. Perfect. So, I'm just gonna cover this with my steamer basket. Cover it with my lid so I get these to lie flat for the most part. Okay. So now I'm just going to set timer for 20 minutes. Not 2 minutes, 20 minutes. And continue making tamales. It gives me something to do while that's steaming. So. There we go. Right. I'm just gonna set another plate for ones that are ready to steam. Oh. And I should probably grab a bowl to keep my hands wet with. That works. Okay. And I do this to keep the masa from sticking to my hands. Okay. Hi, Ginger. You're by my feet again. Just put a little bit extra moss into that. There we are. Okay. All right. Okay. I think I have enough filling for one more. Yeah. So yeah, I was right about 16 tamales. Okay. So, I don't have any more filling, but I guess it's time to make some. So, but let's take a break from that for, just a minute to make ourselves a drink because, I could use one. So, I think I'm gonna make myself a margarita. Alright, so what I need is... I don't have tequila, but I have mezcal. I'm gonna make a mezcalrita with some triple sec. Oh, hi Ginger. How are you, my friend? Yes, I love you too. You're very precious to me. You really are. Let's find myself that other lime. Okay. Alrighty. Just gonna check on my steamer basket real quick here. Oh good, it is steaming. I was worried that it wasn't. Okay, so just gonna move the camera real quick over here to my cutting board and my cat who keeps, That's Ginger. She is looking for anything I've dropped, which currently is nothing. But let's go ahead and slice up a lime for a margarita. Okay. Hi, Ginger. I love you too. You're in Mommy's way. Alright, so I'd gotten this... Oh, these bitters from... Is it Bennett's Bitters? No, they didn't send it to me. I bought them because they looked interesting. But one of them is for Bennett's Scorpion Bitters, which has a scorpion in it. You know, like you do. And as well as scorpion chilies. So, I've got a recipe for a spicy margarita. And I need to make it. So, okay, so looking at... Goodness. Looking at needing to get a cocktail shaker out, which is over here. Oh, goodness. Okay. And a cocktail shaker with ice. Let me switch back here and get some ice. Hi, Ginger. You're in Mommy's way. Move, move. Move, princess. Keep moving. All right. Cocktail shaker with ice. We need 2 ounces of tequila, which I've got mezcal. Let's use that. So jigger. You know, this is good mezcal, so I'm gonna supplement that instead with some triple sec. So, ounce triple sec. Okay, what else does the recipe call for? An ounce of fresh lime juice. Did I already? Yeah, it's clean. Yeah. And I'm realizing this is a 2-ounce jigger, not a 1 ounce. Lies! So I'll just make a very freaking boozy margarita, it looks like. Oh, man. I think there's usually 2 ounces of lime juice per lime. So, I guess I'm just making a double. Okay. Quarter ounce of agave syrup. Which, so that's about a single ounce. Yep. So about a half an ounce. Yeah. It's certainly taking forever. Okay. Whew. All right. That looks like I'm gonna need 2 glasses with ice. And we'll just use our golden snitch glasses. Don't worry, I bought them before the turf stuff came out about J.K. Rowling. I'm not giving her any more of my money. My cat tries to trip me up more. Alright, and how many dropperfuls? 5 drops Scorpion Bitters, so that means 10 drops. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. Okay. Alright, and I'm just going to add a touch of salt. Where is my kosher salt? Ah, here we are. Alright, let's see how this is. Cheers. Oh, that's good. That is excellent. Just rinse all that's left of that agave syrup out of there. Drying rack, until my next cocktail. Okay. I'll be right back. Margarita for you. So yeah, looks like Bennett's Bitters Spicy Margarita tastes pretty dang amazing. Excellent. This means I'm gonna have to buy more agave syrup soon. Okay. Now where were we? Yes, making more filling to fill our tamales with. So I had made some carnitas in the pressure cooker last week, which we still have plenty of. Where is the lid to this thing? I have no idea. So let's go ahead and make some. Oh, I could make a double batch. I just want to make sure to keep the stuff separate. Yeah, I should keep it separate. So, with that said, let's go make some filling for now. So I've got some carnitas here. That's already good and shredded up. Just move this out of the way for now. So, I need about 2 cups of this stuff. It's probably about half from the looks of things. That's, yeah, I want about half of that. And if you're not sure what carnitas is, it's slow roasted pork spices. So this is pork shoulder. Cool. I'm just going to put this to the side because I'm going to put it into a smaller Tupperware in a little bit. Once I have, time, which I am running low on. to that, I am going to add things and not measure it because I'm not actually doing a recipe for this. So we've got, let's see, some achiote. I'm going to add a little bit of habanero hot sauce. So achiote, habanero hot sauce, and some apple cider vinegar. Then we're going to get all mad scientisty with it. So, man, that's good. All right. And a couple dashes of habanero hot sauce. It sounds like our we need to check on our tamales. Now, you can expect to be up to 30 minutes on those tamales, but since you need to check it every 20 minutes, we're going to go ahead and check it. And let me switch us over to the stovetop can and back to our steamer basket. Alright. Now, a way to tell whether your tamales are finished cooking is if the masa starts peeling away from the corn husks. For example, this guy, that guy's finished. And of course he's underneath all these other ones. Let's see, are you finished? Not quite yet. Not this guy. But this guy on the bottom, right here, he is finished. Yeah, see how it kind of peels away from our, let's see if you can see that. I don't have, but yeah, see how it kind of peels away from the corn husk? Yeah, that one's done. That was a dumb idea. Let's see, how about you? Are you finished? Oh yeah, you're finished. I think. Oh boy. I should not have crowded this. Yep. Are you done? Nope. Nope. You are not finished. So. What about you? Were you finished? Nope. We should go back in. Are you finished? Yeah, you're finished. Okay. So 2 of our tamales are finished. Let's just cover that up for another 5. And check on it then. So, got all this other filling that we're mixing up. Just gonna add a little bit more to that. There we go. Okay. And I'm just going to keep a separate plate out. One for assembly, and one for holding our pork ones. Okay, so back to work. Okay. Whew. Okay. Okay, let's see how those tamales are doing now. Whew. All right. How are we doing on this one? Oh yeah, that one's finished. On this one. Yep. Oh, wow. Okay, this one kind of exploded on us, but that's okay. Should still be good. Okay, well, I'm going to add the ones I just made. To the pot. Set a timer for about another 5 minutes to get that one that's underneath them out. But yeah, let's take a look at some of the ones we've just made. And I just realized that I put some pork ones in there. Oh, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay, so, all right. I do not have much room in my kitchen, apparently. That's our prep plate. So, let's take a look at these cooked ones. And of course, we had one kind of explode on us, but that's okay. And that one's pretty. Yeah, I'm just gonna grab a plate to unwrap one. So, I'll do these two for now. Okay. So, I mean, this one's obviously exploded on us, but this one is probably good. No, that one needed to go a little bit longer, it looks like. What about you? That one looks good. That is excellent. Flavorful. That is delicious. Okay, so I obviously have some work to do. So I think this is probably a good time to go ahead and keep working, but you've seen how to make it now. These Maztican turkey tamales, as well as a very tasty margarita. I want to thank you for joining me on Munchies and Minis tonight. It's definitely an involved process, but it does definitely pay off, as you can tell. Anyway, I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I know I had a relaxing one for the most part. But look, keep an eye out, hopefully, for this upcoming Wednesday when I'll have a recipe for something. I'll figure it out as I go along this week. But yeah, this recipe should be coming up on Patreon within the next 24 hours. So keep an eye out there. My name is Catherine Bursanistas, and thank you for watching The Gluttonous Geek Presents Munchies and Minis. As always, stay safe, stay sane, and stay you. Have a good night.